Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. You're here with Katie. It's great to see you. Today I thought we could talk about 5 things that you should know and probably want to know before you start your Loungefly collection. So let's get started. I'm going to tell you a short story. In 2019, myself, my sister, my mum and my dad went to Walt Disney World for the first and so far only time. But that trip was absolutely influential in how I chose to spend my wages following that, and has made a big old dent in my bank account. And the reason for that is Loungefly mini backpacks. And I thought that it might be useful for you to know what you might be getting into if you're thinking of starting a collection, and some things to start about before you do so. Tip number 1, or thing to know number 1, Loungefly bags are highly addictive to collect. I came back from Walt Disney World. I had not bought one while I was out there, and that was a mistake, because while I was out there in 2019, there was a little mini backpack out that you might know called Arendelle Aqua. If only I'd have known. If only I'd have understood about Loungefly at the time. Stupidly, I was holding out for a Little Mermaid bag. What I didn't understand was that Loungefly don't necessarily have every character out in the park at the time you're there. They only have specific bag designs. But I didn't know that. So I really wanted the Arendelle Aqua ears, and I was looking at the wristlet because I thought that the mini backpack was really expensive. And I think it was about 80, maybe 90 American dollars. I wish I had have bought the mini backpack, because now it goes for about £300 on eBay. And now I understand Loungefly much better, and I would really have loved to have it for my collection. What ended up happening was I came back and was regretful that I had not bought a bag while I was over there, and I ended up buying the Disney Princess's portrait bag through Geek Core, I think it might have been, perhaps one of the other small shops. And that was my first Loungefly bag, but it could have been Arendelle Aqua. So, first thing to know is, it is highly addictive, and there are bags that you will really, really want. But the addictive bit ties into points 2, 3, probably 4 and 5 as well. So let's go on to the next point, which is, also I should say, it's so addictive that you will spend all your free time looking up bags, obsessing about bags, watching YouTube videos about bags, wanting to see bags, wanting to know everything about them, comparing inside linings, comparing pockets, comparing back pockets, comparing straps, everything. You will be obsessed. So I'm just warning you now. It's great fun, but I am warning you. Feeding into that, Loungefly bags are coming out thick and fast at the moment. There are so many bags that, in the words of my dad, it's not possible to collect them all. Now, the logical part of my brain tells me that. The obsessive, slightly compulsive aspect of me, I really want all the bags. That's not entirely true. I don't want every single bag. There are franchises I'm not interested in at all, and it's quite nice to look at a Loungefly and be like, okay, yeah, I don't want that one. But the ones I want, I really, really want, in the words of the Spice Girls. So, just saying, there are a lot coming out. This and that they're highly addictive feeds into, let's go with this as point number 3, because they come out in different places at different times. So, for example, in the UK, we may have a backlog or a delay before they're released to us. Sometimes they are released in different countries in greater quantities than we get, and that can be an issue if they are, for example, a limited edition or a limited release, something like that. It can be a real issue. There are many, many, many different types of finishes. So you might get a all over sequin, an all over print, a character, a scene, cosplay. You can get, features, so glow in the dark, sequins, ones with little sticky up bits. You can get pop up bits, so the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet Halloween bag. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with that one as well at the moment. Literally, everything you can think of, you will find in Loungefly. And as I say, they cover all franchises. So if you're thinking, well, that's okay because I don't collect Disney, even if you're a Harry Potter fan, for example, they also do that, amongst many other things. Stranger Things, Elvis, they released a bag of recently. Literally anything you can think of, there's probably a Loungefly for it. Which means it's expensive. Thing to know, number 4, losing count at this point. It's expensive. That, as I say, that Arendelle Aqua backpack that I should have bought in Walt Disney World, I thought that was expensive then. We pay usually roughly the same price in pounds that Americans pay in dollars. That therefore means there's a big markup. And if you wait and buy a bag on the second-hand market, you can be paying easily 3, 4, 5, 6 times the price that they originally went for. It sounds bananas, but it's true. We love our bags. We are obsessed with our bags. On the plus side, they are fun and they are so great actually for getting to know people, because if you're in the parks, for example, and you're looking at all the amazing bags, you will get someone come up and talk to you about your bag. You might go and talk to someone about their bag. You kind of have this momentary bonding experience, which is a lot of fun. And if you see someone outside of the parks with a Loungefly, you know they're a Disney fan too, and you can just strike up a conversation off the back of that as well. There's also so much thought that goes into the design of them. They are so beautiful and they are really good quality. They hold an awful lot of stuff. They are great bags. Something that feeds into we're really, 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 like, those of us who collect them, we're really particular about our bags. You might end up finding yourself in conversations like the Princess Sequin series, which is this one. All of the bags in this series, until the last one, had the badge under the bow. Except Snow White. Snow White came out, the badge was over here. The Loungefly community were not happy. I mean, it was kind of cool. My sister also, she has actually more of these now. I started off with buying them and then she's got almost all of them except this one. She keeps asking me to sell it to her and I won't. Is that really bad? But I love it. Sorry. I have said she'll get first dibs if I do ever decide to sell it. Not going to happen. The bag, yeah. So they put the badge there. And I said to her, well, if you're going to display them in the order that they were released, you could put that one last, as it should be. And then it's almost like a full stop in your display because the badge is there. I think that helped her, but I did actually see one girl had relocated the badge. She'd painstakingly removed it and placed it up here. It did look amazing. Yeah, there was a lot of like love for that. It looked really good. But seriously, we get very serious about these things and take it very personally if a bag doesn't look like it did on its glam shots or didn't look like we thought it was going to and isn't as good. I think the Takanawa, the crab in Moana, I have a feeling recently that was another example where people had bought it based on the concept art and then he'd been released and he was different and there was something they didn't like about him. It might have been his claws that moved. I mean, he's a really, really cool bag. He's absolutely stunning. The design is incredible, but I'm sure I read something about it that people were not happy with, and it is quite entertaining. I mean, I haven't had that issue yet. I suppose I do have a thing about I can't find my perfect Elsa bag and I'm really waiting for one to come out. I'm like, yes, that is the bag. That is the bag. And I haven't had that moment yet. But so those are the things to know. Is highly, highly addictive and we take it very seriously and very personally. 2, they are coming out very thick and fast at the moment. A lot of bags that you are going to want. All the different types of finishes, features, films, etc., franchises that they cover. You've got small shops, large shops, you've got limited edition, limited release, you've got sequins, cosplay, all over sequin, etc. so many different options. 4, therefore, it's very expensive because we pay more in this country anyway, typically, and you want them all. So they are expensive. And 5 is, despite all of that, I would not change my Loungefly collection. I love that I have it and I really enjoy it. And I really enjoy sharing it with you guys as well and bonding with you over your favourites. So I wouldn't change that. But you have been warned if you are thinking of starting a Loungefly collection. And in fact, all you need to do is actually watch my Down the Rabbit Hole Aristocats versus Sleeping Beauty Loungefly. That will give you a preview of your future. You will literally be on eBay and all the small shops and Funko Europe looking, scrolling, obsessing, trying to find videos, trying to find out about these bags. So take a look if you would like to find out more. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, bye for now.